Alrighty, I think we are live now. Let me just double check to make sure because I am not seeing it on my end. But I definitely want to make sure. Okay, there we go. I want to be able to chat with any of you who join me today. So welcome, beauties. Thank you so much for joining my channel today. We're going to be making a card, and I'm thinking about doing this live on Mondays at noon. So that would be Pacific, or I'm sorry, Arizona time, which sometimes it's Pacific and sometimes it's Mountain. But hello, thank you. So we are going to do a nice little card. It's just fun. I kind of got some of the pieces all done. We're going to do some embossing. We're going to do some coloring, a little bit of odd stuff. We got some tips and tricks here. So if you wouldn't mind giving me a big thumbs up when you come on and see this, I would appreciate it. Also, let me know down below in the comments if you are watching live or if you're watching the replay. I'd love to hear about that. So I have a piece of basic white that we're going to start with, and we are going to go ahead and color this up. Now, I wanted to color this a little bit crazy, so I got different colors. I'm going to use some Mango Melody. I'm going to use some Melon Mambo, some Real Red, maybe some Magenta Madness. We're just going to go crazy. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? So excited to see you here. So I'm just going to take the Mango Melody and I'm going to swipe it across my page. And I'm not worried at all about how this is going to come out. All I'm doing is adding some color. Hi, Patricia. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And then I'm just going to go in different colors. I'm going to now get the Mango Melody out. And we're going to do the same thing here. And I'll do a little bit more there. And don't worry about going too much or too little. It's gonna work out just perfectly. And now I'm gonna get some Magenta Madness. Oh, hi, Tony. And Terry, welcome. Thank you for joining. So now I'm putting on some of this brighter Magenta Madness. Oh, Kathleen, I'm so sorry. Oh, I wish we were doing this on Zoom. I would love to be talking with you guys. Hi, Velda. Thank you for joining. Next, I'm going to go with some Real Red. And this is going to come out different every single time. And all you're doing is swiping this across. So another good thing about this is if you don't have a certain color paper and you need it, just take some of the color that you need and go ahead and put this on your basic white, and you're going to get that color. All right, I'm going a little too red here, so I'm going to come back with some more Mango Melody. And we're going to put that on there. Susan, hello. I'm so glad you're catching us live too. So you'll see now we're adding some of that Mango Melody back in there. And it's giving us a nice little yellow tone. All right. So then once I get about what I want, I'm going to take my Stitch So Sweetly dies, and I'm going to choose the size that I want. And the one that I chose was this one here. It's the largest. And we're going to put that through and just figure out where you want it to be best. You might want it in a certain location, however you'd like. You might not like a certain part, but it's all up to you. So you're going to take this, you're going to run this through your mini, right? So you just take your little mini stamp cut and emboss machine and run that through. And then what you're going to end up with is something that looks like this. So isn't that pretty? This was one I did just a little bit ago, but I wanted to do it so it had enough time to dry. And then the next thing we're going to do is we want to emboss this. And the stamp set I'm using is the Treasures of Life. I just thought this was so adorable. And I thought this one here with the adult hands holding like a little child's hands, it says I love you. I thought that would make a great Valentine card. Right? We need those sugar daddies. You know, that's what I started. I started when my sugar daddy was like, sure, you know, make friends, buy what you need. And then each month I was my best customer. And he said, no, I can't be your sugar daddy anymore. So I said, all right, I better start selling this. So I am going to Versamark this guy up. And we are going to heat emboss. Doesn't that look like a sunset? I thought it was beautiful. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to put that right down there. Now you can't see it. You can kind of see it. But next we're going to, I forgot to take my embossing buddy, but that's okay. That's why I let it dry. Now I'm going to take my black emboss powder, and I'm just going to sprinkle that on there. Oh, that's a big embossing powder there. Just make sure you get all over. It looks like I did, but just in case. And then I flick. Some people don't like to flick, but I think it's okay. So we're just going to put this guy away. Any embossing powder, I just flick it off and vacuum it up later. Now I'm going to take my heat tool. I am going to go ahead and start that up off camera a little bit. Let's see. I know it's so fun. I will hold it up to the camera so you can watch it. Oh, hello, Belinda from South Carolina. So it is now heated up. I'm going to bring this a little closer so you can watch it, because that is the most fun, right? Let's watch it change. And you'll just see it get nice and dark and melt. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, see? It is so satisfying to watch. There we go. And then we're all done there. Oh, it's so pretty. So we've got that on there. And if it warps a little, it's just because of the heat. But we're going to put it onto something that's going to hold it rather nicely. Now, if you saw me make this card, right? I made this for Free Tutorial Friday. So if you want to see how I made that, go ahead and check that out. But you'll see that I've got all these little leftover hearts. They're so pretty. So, I mean, I've got tons of them. So I'm just going to grab another little heart here. There's so many. So we're going to be using those. And since I wanted to use those little hearts, I also cut a piece of the silver foil that's going to hold this down really nicely. And that's going to give it some stability and keep it straight. Now, because I want the stability, I'm going to leave that intact. But if I didn't need the stability, if I just wanted it to be a nice little silver outline, I would probably take one of these other dies that is smaller and cut it out and keep it for something later. Or even like a punch. You can go in and punch a couple of these guys out, you know, and keep them for later. But I'm going to be using the stability. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Stamp and Seal and we're going to put that on here. Now, I don't know. I was having trouble with my Stamp and Seal, and somebody gave me a tip that you just go like this and like kind of rock it backwards, and that's going to make that tape tear up here so you can grab it the next time. So no more of that. I mean, every so often it's going to happen, but for the most part, it's not going to be like having to start it with your fingers each time. So I'm going to line this up here as nicely as I can. And hopefully I cut this properly. And there we go. So now we have this on there nice and straight. And that's so pretty. It does. It looks like a sunset. Oh, hello, Michigan. Hello, Angela and Suzette. Patricia and Tony. Yes, we're looking for sugar daddies and sugar grand. What was that? Hi, Karen from Florida. All right, let's continue on. So we've got those parts. I'm going to be using a white base, and then I took a piece of black, basic black cardstock, and we've got the subtle folder. So all you're going to do, and I want the lines to be nice and straight, so I just take these lines right here and line the bottom up with that one black line, and that way I know that it's going to be pretty darn straight. So I'm going to run that through the stamp cut and emboss machine. Now I need the larger one for this size, but then we get this nice, I don't know if you could see, oh, there you go, you could see that. Same on the other side. Some nice little lines there. Then I wanted to show you this. If you do not want to take the time to do this, you guys, there is some lovely paper. Look how, this is designer series paper. I think that is from the, which one is that called? The Fine Art Floral designer series paper. Hi, Sally. But look at how pretty that all comes together. So you could even have this as another background there. And then up against the black. There's so much. I've been playing with this for like an hour trying to figure out. But if you didn't want to do that technique there, you could definitely find some designer series paper that would work well with that. So now I'm going to come here and I'm going to take my Stamp and Seal again. We're going to put that there, go up. I want this to be nice and flat. When we did put it through the embossing machine, it did take a little bit of the integrity, I guess you would say, because it breaks down the fibers to make that subtle texture. Let's go ahead and fold this base up. It does, right? The silver is really, really nice. And I thought about doing the hands in silver, but I think the black is going to be a better pop as well. So I did go with a white base because I want to be able to write on the inside of the card. And that does give this a nice little mask as well for the card. So now we've got a sturdy, sturdy card going on there. We've got this guy, and I'm gonna, you can put it straight against there, but I think I'm going to grab the rest of my dimensionals here and put them on. I'm going to use a whole entire sheet on this end. And we're going to use all the rest. So never throw away those edges, because they can go all over and you're not going to see them. And then of course we're going to, oh, hi Carolyn. You know, a lot of you guys are neighbors. It's so funny. I feel like my videos reach the East Coast more than my own state. So we're just taking these off. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that you like this. Okay, Tarita, thank you so much for bringing that up. You guys, I don't know what happened. Sometime last January, not like a year ago, January. I think, I don't know if you guys had email notifications on or what happened, but a lot of people lost me. YouTube stopped doing email notifications, so nobody found me, and they all lost me. For like, they're now starting to be like, oh, I'm finally finding you again. So if you had email notifications and you're just finding me, make sure that you click on the bell button so they notify you, because they're not doing the emails anymore. Let's see. I do still do Dollar Tree crafts. Yes, I do. Thank you for answering that, Angela. Hi, Suzette. All right. So now I have all those leftover hearts. I'm going to go ahead and put those hearts down. And I know that I'm going to put 3 of them right here. Gotta get that glue down. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to do 2 here. So I'll just put them down. I kind of know where I want them, so we're okay. And then I'm going to get my take your pick tool, and that's going to grab those rather easily. And you can move your glue around with this as well. And let's do 1 here. And then we'll do a little teeny tiny baby one here. And that glue is going to dry nice and clear. And then I'm going to do 2 more. Grab those. We'll do this one right here. Oh. Okay, I'm going to move this one because I have so many that I want it to be nice and fresh and clean. There we go. And then this little baby one. Hi, Tracy. We're making a card. I think this would make a cute Valentine's Day card for a grandparent. What do you think? All right, so there we go. We have that. And I'm thinking, I'm going to look real quick to see if I could find what I want. Hold on, sorry. I'm looking to see if I have any of the effects, the crystal effects. And I do. This is the shimmery crystal effects. I haven't used this in years, but what I want to try and do is get that little I love you heart to stand out even a little bit more. So this is the first time, again, I'm using this, and it's going to give it a little bit of a shimmer. I don't know if you have to shake it or not. But let's see here. I'm just going to get out a little piece and test it. Okay, if you could see how that comes out. Can you see that? It's not really. There we go. So it comes out kind of crystally. Nova Scotia, Canada. Hello, Nancy. It's so good to see you again. Thank you. Oh, Susan, thank you. I think it was really pretty as well. And this is the kind of stuff that scares me, is doing something that I haven't done before and hoping that it comes out nicely. So I'm just taking that and I'm kind of filling in the heart, and it is going to take away from that I love you, but once this dries up, it's going to be fine. So I'm just moving this around and filling it in the areas there. And I think because we did heat emboss it, that's going to hold that in as well. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to take my little take your pick tool and kind of push it a little bit toward the edges. I would really want it to be just the heart. So I'm moving it to where I want it to be. But it is going to flatten itself out, which is really nice. Meaning, did you see that little bit that popped up there? See how it pops up? It'll re-flatten itself. So there we go. You can already see that I love you is kind of coming through. It's almost changing the color of the heart too. I do like this. Oh, I'm super excited. And now I'm just cleaning off my tip. So, what do you think? Oh no, Gloria, don't freeze. Even here, you guys, we live in Phoenix, but it is still super cold. And you guys would laugh when I say super cold because it's like getting into the 50s and even the 40s. So, but there it is. That's the final card. I'm just going to let this little guy dry. So I will put it down. That would be a cute for new parents too. You're right. Oh yeah, 14 degrees. I think we would all freak out there. So that is the finished card. I hope you guys like it. I don't know if I can zoom in on that I love you heart. But see, you can still see right through it. And it did change the color of the heart, which I am really loving. And there's a little bit of shimmer to it. And then when it dries, it's going to have some dimension to it as well. So, still sweater weather. You know, we're getting out of the sweater weather now. Now is why we live in Phoenix, because it is starting to get beautiful. So, I hope you guys like this. If you do, please give me a big thumbs up. Again, remember to put in the chat if you have watched this live or if you are watching this on the replay. Oh, Sally, thank you so much. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I will tell Stanley you said hello. All right. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry that it snowed. I wish I had things to do, more projects, but I don't have anything. So I am going to be saying goodbye, but I appreciate everything you do, taking time out to come and see me. Hi, Lisa. I didn't get a chance to say hello. But just down here, you guys, if you wanted to purchase anything, I've got so many links there. This will be up on my Etsy shop. If you wanted that, it will be there by the end of the day. I have to wait for it to fully cure. So, All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And again, set your clocks. I think Mondays at noon, we're going to be doing some lives. How about that? If you think that is a good idea, let me know. I appreciate it so much. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. All right, beauties. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.